Nigel Owens frustrated as a Gouge incident goes unchecked in Scotland's historic win over France. Scotland's stunning 50-40 victory over France at Murrayfield in the 2026 Six Nations Championship will be remembered for a torrent of tries, tactical masterclasses, and a frantic display of attacking rugby from both sides. Yet amid the celebration for the hosts, one moment in the second half has cast a shadow over the game. A potential eye-gouging incident that went unexamined by the television match official, TMO. Former international referee Nigel Owens has publicly expressed his disappointment over the decision, sparking debate about officiating consistency and player safety at the highest level. The incident, the controversy unfolded midway through the second half as Scotland set up a maul inside France's 22-meter area. Replacement hooker Ewan Ashman was positioned at the back of the maul, driving powerfully toward the tryline. In the heat of the play, France's substitute forward Oscar Jegou appeared to place his fingers around Ashman's eye area, a move that, if deliberate, constitutes a serious foul under World Rugby law. The incident occurred moments before Darcy crossed the line for what would become one of his 2 tries on the day, further complicating the context of the sequence. Despite being clear on television replays, the TMO either judged the action as inconclusive or failed to identify it entirely. As a result, no immediate disciplinary action was taken during the match, and play continued. To Owens' perspective, speaking on the BBC following the game, Owens was unequivocal in his criticism. "It definitely should have been looked at. It doesn't look good. To be honest," he said, "looking at that footage, that player is going to be in a bit of trouble. There are processes in place now to deal with that, but it should have been addressed during the game itself." Owens emphasized the role of the TMO in situations where the offense is both clear and obvious, noting that while the match result might not have been affected in this instance, similar incidents in tighter contests could be decisive. Even if they have a look at it and then decide we can't really see from the footage, at least the process should have been triggered, he added. The frustration stems not from the eventual outcome, but from the principle of accountability in rugby. The TMO system exists to protect players and maintain fairness. Yet in this case, a potentially dangerous act went unpunished in real time, raising questions about the clarity of communication and procedural execution on match day. Player reaction and context reports indicate that a Scottish player drew the referee's attention to the incident, stating, "Something happened here. We need to have a look at it." The referee acknowledged the concern, but relied on post-match citing procedures rather than halting the game to investigate. Owens called this approach inadequate for a situation where video evidence was so clearly available. "It's disappointing that it wasn't picked up," Owens said. "You want the TMO to come in for these situations. Based on that clear and obvious evidence, it's exactly the kind of thing you want flagged in real time." From a player safety standpoint, eye gouging is considered among the most severe forms of foul play in rugby. It carries the risk of long-term injury, and World Rugby has consistently reinforced the need for strict sanctions. Failure to act immediately sends a concerning message about on-field protection protocols. Potential consequences for Jegou, though no card was issued during the match. Jegou could still face disciplinary action through the citing process. World Rugby regulations allow for incidents missed during play to be reviewed and, if deemed deliberate, result in sanctions including match bans. Owens acknowledged this possibility, but stressed that waiting until after the match is an imperfect solution. Would they have seen enough evidence to deal with it with a red card? "Who knows," he said. "But it certainly should have been looked at, and it doesn't reflect well on the officiating process that it wasn't." The incident highlights the ongoing challenges referees and TMOs face in high-paced, chaotic situations. With players moving at full speed, scrums, rucks, and mauls creating visual obstructions, even experienced officials can miss infractions. Yet the visibility of this particular episode on television raises questions about why the same resources couldn't be leveraged in real time to protect players. Match impact. While the controversy was serious, it did not overshadow Scotland's historic win. The hosts recorded an astonishing 50 points, dismantling the defending Six Nations champions in a game that has already been lauded as one of Scotland's greatest ever performances. Tries from Graham, Carl Stein, Ben White, Tom Jordan and others ensured a comprehensive victory, leaving France stunned and unable to execute the game plan they had meticulously prepared. Nevertheless, the incident serves as a reminder that players' safety cannot be compromised for the spectacle of sport. Even in matches where one side dominates, the integrity of officiating and adherence to rules remain paramount. Officiating and technology, the role of the TMO, has been debated extensively in modern rugby. Introduced to provide an additional layer of oversight, it is intended to catch incidents that may escape the referee's immediate attention. However, the system is not infallible. Owens pointed out that the TMO has access to multiple camera angles, often more than those available to broadcast viewers, making the miscall particularly frustrating. The TMO will have all this footage, probably more than we're seeing on TV, and when you look at that, you've got to bring it to the referee's attention, Owens said. If there's a clear incident, it should be addressed in the moment. That's how players' safety and fairness are maintained. This incident is likely to reignite discussions among rugby stakeholders about TMO protocols and whether more robust, mandatory review procedures are needed for dangerous play. It also underscores the importance of clear communication channels between on-field officials and video assistants. Historical Perspective Rugby Union has long prided itself on respect, discipline, and sportsmanship. Incidents of eye gouging are rare, but carry a disproportionate weight due to their potential severity. Previous high-profile cases have resulted in multi-week suspensions, highlighting the seriousness with which governing bodies treat such offenses. Owens' comments also reflect the broader tension in rugby between fast-paced, high-intensity play and a need for oversight. In a modern game, where tactical innovation and rapid ball movement often dictate the outcome, referees must balance the flow of the game with the responsibility to enforce laws that protect participants. Moving forward, Oscar Jegou could face a disciplinary hearing and potential suspension. Scotland, meanwhile, will celebrate their monumental victory while ensuring players are not subjected to repeated dangerous conduct in future matches. For the Six Nations Championship, the episode is a timely reminder that no match, no matter how thrilling or one-sided, is immune to scrutiny when it comes to players' safety. Owen's criticism is unlikely to be the last in the debate over TMO decisions. As rugby evolves, the governing bodies may consider refining protocols to allow referees and TMOs to intervene more decisively in incidents involving high-risk conduct, particularly when video evidence is available and the breach is clear. Conclusion: Scotland's 50-40 triumph over France was a historic and exhilarating match, filled with attacking flair, tactical brilliance, and unforgettable moments. Yet the alleged eye gouge incident involving Oscar Jegou underscores the ongoing challenges in maintaining fairness and player safety at the elite level. Former referee Nigel Owens' disappointment resonates across the rugby community. Clear incidents of foul play must be addressed promptly, not left to post-match processes. While the scoreline celebrated Scotland's dominance, the controversy reminds players, coaches, and officials alike that vigilance, integrity, and enforcement of laws are essential to the spirit of the game. In the weeks ahead, the Six Nations and World Rugby will undoubtedly reflect on this incident, reinforcing the importance of safeguarding players while maintaining the excitement and flow that makes rugby union a global spectacle. Meanwhile, fans will continue to debate the TMO decision and hope that in future matches, justice on the field matches the drama of the scoreboard.